Hello. So today we will learn about the chess tactic pin. Before we start, first consider the following image. What happens when we pin a sheet onto a wall? It gets stuck, it can't move. Keeping this in mind, let's get onto our chessboard. Consider the following scenario. We are playing white. We have a rook and the opponent has a knight and the king. All three of these are in a same line. So if we look closely, the knight is fixed here. It can't move because if it tries to move like this, then the king comes under direct check. So it cannot move. Consider another example, this one. In this example also, the rook cannot move because if the rook moves, then the king is in direct check, which is illegal. Hence, the rook is fixed. It cannot move. This is called pin. Once again, a piece is pinned if it can't move without exposing a more valuable piece. All the three pieces are on the same horizontal or vertical or diagonal line. In the previous example, the knight, black knight, and the black rook were pinned, and these were pinned by white rook and the white bishop. So here the black knight is pinned by the white rook and this black rook is pinned by the white bishop. In both of these cases, we observe that any move is illegal. Neither the rook nor the knight can move here. Hence, this is called absolute pin. In the case of absolute pin, king is the more valuable piece, and moving the pinned or less valuable piece in our examples, which were knight and rook respectively, it's illegal. Else, if we try to move, then the king comes under direct check, so it is not allowed. So this was absolute pin. Because there is something called absolute pin, there should be something called relative pin as well. If you recall, in this definition of pin, we had mentioned without exposing a more valuable piece. So we had seen if the more valuable piece is king, so what could be the other circumstances? The next piece which obviously the player loves is queen. So here also we see that this knight is pinned. We cannot capture the knight directly. Like in this case, we could capture the rook, or in this case also we could capture the knight. But here we cannot capture the knight directly because if we try to capture it, then the queen captures the knight. The queen captures the rook. So we go down. So what we do instead is we take this using another piece. We attack this knight using another piece like this. And then if the king moves anything, then we can take this. Or we can also take this as well. So this will also cause a double attack. So we get on this. So in the case of relative pin, king is not the more valuable piece. It could be a queen, a rook, or any other piece. And the pinned or less valuable piece, it can move, but it will expose the more valuable piece, which obviously our opponent won't want to do. But in some cases, actually the opponent needs to move, else there could be some bigger threat. We will observe such examples in the next video. In the examples we had discussed, the pinned piece cannot move at all. Like there isn't any possibility of it moving. But there could be some examples where the piece is pinned. but it is pinned along this line. We had mentioned that the pin is along a line, so the piece is pinned along a line. So this one example of this case is this example. This is known as a partial pin. In a partial pin, the piece can move along the line it is pinned. It cannot move anywhere else because then the king will be undamaged. It can move anywhere along this line. Like in this case, it can take this route. So this is known as a partial pin. So in a partial pin, the pinned piece can move along the line on which it is pinned. It does so without exposing the more valuable piece. That is, in our example, it was the king. It can also capture the opponent piece, which is pinning it, just like the queen captured the rook. So let us summarize now. A piece is pinned if it can't move without exposing a more valuable piece. All the three pieces are on the same horizontal or vertical diagonal line. This case is called pin. In an absolute pin, the king is the more valuable piece, and moving the pinned or less valuable piece, it's illegal. In a relative pin, king is not the more valuable piece. Instead of king, the more valuable piece could be a queen, a rook, or anything. The pinned or less valuable piece can move, but it will expose the valuable piece. We will see such examples in the next video. A partial pin is when the pinned piece can move along the line on which it is pinned. It does so without exposing the valuable piece. For example, in our example, the queen could move along the vertical line and it also captures the opponent piece. It could also capture the opponent piece, which it did in our example. We will look at some more examples of pin in the next video.